In this video, we are going to change the front shock absorbers on our Range Rover Classic. So what are we doing? So we've jacked it up, we've put it on an axle stand, and now apparently, so this is the shock absorber in the middle, apparently you've got to undo the bottom fixing, and then at the top, apparently it's not the top fixing, but there's 4 bolts down in here. I'll get the torch out, and we've got to take that sort of turret off. Right, so let's grab the parts and have a look. Right, so here we go. So we've got it jacked up now. One thing you've got to do is jack up the axle. So we've got the body on an axle stand. You've got to take the weight of the axle. Right, and then there's a nut. Can I just dive under there, Destiny? So there's a nut under the bottom there. Okay, and we've got to undo that nut in there. We've put some WD-40 on it. But as you turn it, the shock absorber tube turns. So we've just got a pair of pliers on the, Destiny's on the ratchet spanner. We only just squeezed him in. Right. We'll pop that bottom nut. Right. And while Destiny's doing that, I'll show you. So these are the bolts we've got to undo here and here. I'm going to take that whole cone off. He probably needs a bit of a paint actually while he's off. Right then.
Nearly there.
Nearly there. Right, so there we go. We've got the nut off. It's a nylock. So that shock absorber is sort of loose now. Now, obviously, we could undo the top one, but you'd never get it out of it. It's in a cage created by the spring at the bottom and the turret at the top. So obviously, it makes sense. We've got to take this turret off. So, what size was that? That was 19mm, that was. Yep. All right, let's get those little bits off. What size are they?
13s.
13s. All right, that's tightening. Go the other way. Like that. Oh, so is the nut captive at the bottom? They are, so we don't have to get a spanner on the bottom. So that's easy days, isn't it? Oh, that's nearly there. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, so that's the little nut you got there. Right, we'll grab that one off. And then we'll have to get some sort of long extensions to get the other ones. Go on, Destiny. Heave! Heave! Now you get where I was and give it a good pull there. Right, we're now in the engine bay. There's loads of room in there. It's coming. We've got some monster socket extensions on it. And then I guess the whole lot is going to lift up with the shock absorber on it. Right, that's nearly there. Right, that's the last nut in our little pot of... Right, now you should, I reckon, Destiny, better grab that whole tower and hoik it upwards. It'll be heavy because it's got a shock absorber and a turret on it. Well, isn't that bad? You've got to twist it. There we go. So put that on the floor. Let's have a look. So that is... Oh, we got some spring washers, have we? We'll have to find the rest of them. So that is the complete turret. So now we've just got to get the turret off, the shock absorber off the top of the turret. Clean the turret up. Give the turret a paint, I reckon. Should we get the hammerite or something out on that?
Give it
little clean.
I love cleaning that stuff.
Oh, he's flaky. He's all a bit flaky. Right, let's whack him in the vise and get that top bit off. Here's the new shock absorber we got. What have we got here going? We got some Girling shock absorbers, so you can see they come with all new bushes and bits at the top and the bottom. So remember, this plastic shroud goes at the top, the solid bit goes at the bottom. We've got all new nuts. We're looking lush. Got them in the vise. Is it turning again? Now hold on. How are we gonna? Yeah, of course you got to hold that bit now. Well, that's a bit tricky. That's gonna be trickier on the plastic one, isn't it? They don't even give you a flat bit there, do they? Oh, that's tricky. So we cheated. We used the impact gun. There you go. Nylock nut is off. So there's our little turret tunnel thing. Right, we'll get busy. We'll clean that up, and we'll get some paint on that. He's looking a bit flaky, but he's looking fine. Right, that's come up. Lush, look. What did we do? Where's the flappy wheel? Where's our flappy wheel we used? We used the old flappy wheel on the angle grinder. So that's all come up good. So we'll get some spray paint on that to clean out the corners. Yep. Mint. So Destiny's misspent use as a graffiti artist is now coming into its own. Look. Got it from Lidl, some 2-in-1 paint. You might want to hold the can up right. Look at that. We'll give that a go. primes and paints. That's going on lush, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a light coat on first. Right, we have our cone, we have our new shock absorber, so with all new bushes and everything. So take that top one off. That's the thing. Right, if you give me those top metal bits, bushes, the bush, I'll have the nut as well. Right, and then you shove those two together. So shove that up through there, or down through there, that's a better idea. Right, and then get, I think it was that way round, wasn't it? Does it matter which way it goes? Was it that way around? Smaller and the big. Look at the other one, yeah.
Yeah, small and big.
Yeah, so the small, got a little narrow waist in the middle there. Right, there's your nut on the top. Now is that got two flats on it? So we can hold it.
Yeah.
You see, yeah. So we can get that going, and hopefully, oh, it's not biting. You have to give me a proper wiggle to get that up through. You're going to have to squidge him up through. That's it. Right, now see. Right, where's your spanner? Hang on, let's try and get that.
Something looks a bit wonky though, would you say?
No, that's just British Leyland back in the day then. Right, you have to watch that top. See those flats on the top, are they spinning or not?
No.
Because you can't reach the flats until you're on a certain way. It's a bit of a... It's going. That'll do. Lush. Right, now, drop that back. Do we want to take that? What of that do we want off? Yeah.
This one. Oh, I guess it's going to go through
You go
there
through
again.
there, yeah. It's going to go in that little middle waist bit. Okay. So, yeah. So then you got to drop that. Whoa! So we'll feed that in from the bottom. We'll feed that in from the bottom. Right, you drop that down through there. All right, I need to try and catch this little. Is that? Oh gosh,
Seated.
right. I'm going to tell you to do that again, and this time we're going to pull it out before we do it. Here we go. We got this sorted now. It's like we know what we're doing, Destiny. All right, we've put a bit of masking tape around that. It'll just disappear, but it stops that washer folding off. That's better. Look at this. Right, in you go. In she goes. Look at that, that's straight in.
Oh, hang on, I'm not
Oh, you got to line up with your... You got to line your four little things up. You're way off at the front here. Let me get you some light. There we go. Yeah, so get those lined up. That's that. What do you reckon? Get that nut on. Get those bushes. So the smaller one up. The bigger one down. You underneath that, aren't you?
There's the old ones.
Right, we managed to do it, but getting the bottom nut on was tricky because you've sort of got to compress the rubbers to get to the bit of thread. What we did in the end was we extended the shock absorber. We managed to get a little pry bar in and just leave it like this, and it pushed down and managed to compress the rubber, and we've now got that going on. We've then got to bolt the tower down. And then we're all done. I think we can finish the video there, can't we, Destiny?
Yeah.
We got no more surprises now. The book just says reverse of disassembly for assembly. No top tips in the workshop manual. Right, good luck with that.